What's going on, my Cardano friends? It is your Cardano friend Jack here, and in today's video, we're going to be going over Cardano or ADA's all-time lows in the past month, as well as at the same time, us seeing a very strong new all-time high in Cardano NFT volume. Let's get right into it. First things first, if you do not want to spend all of your money on NFTs and you want to just stake your ADA and chill, you can do so to earn passive ADA on your ADA with the Jack stake pool. Now, right now in the markets, we're seeing a lot of blood, a lot of red rather, and Cardano price is down to 80 cents. Everything seems dim. There's a death cross on Bitcoin approaching, which usually calls for a 50% retracement, and that might happen in the next few days. So a lot of not so great looking things. Now, I don't know where the market's going to go. No one knows where the market's going to go. And honestly, I'm just going to be here waiting to see what happens. But on the other hand, there is some interesting things to see and look at in Cardano NFTs and in the ecosystem in general. So if Cardano NFTs aren't your thing and maybe you do not give any craps about any of this, that's fine. You don't have to watch the video. But I do want to highlight some interesting things that have been going on in the NFT side of Cardano, because there is so much going on in the normal ecosystem side of things that it is very hard to keep track of. I have a lot of catching up to do, and also I will be making videos on that as well. If you do want to stick around and watch the channel for anything other than Cardano NFTs, there's also going to be other content. But about 10 days ago, I made a video on Cardano NFTs once again, talking about how that the market is still very immature, or the market is still very small for Cardano NFTs, but that it has been growing, and that has continued to prove on. I'm not trying to be a prophet here. It was pretty obvious, and it was kind of already happening. I'm definitely not that smart. But as you can see here, the floors of a lot of collections, and if we go to the all-time high volumes, have seen some of the highest numbers that we've seen in Cardano NFTs ever. And Cardano NFTs are just over a year old. It's not like we have an insane amount of historic data to go off of, but seeing 4.5 million in volume in one day, previous day or next day, 3 or almost 4 million in volume again, and continuing over 2 million to 3 million in volume for the rest of April in the end, to me, is a very good sign that the market has grown. There's more liquidity, and also maybe that the ADA price being lower is getting more people to spend some ADA on NFTs. In terms of floors for collections, all of the collections that are below are around 10K, between 1 to 5. There's 10,000 of them, I believe, maybe a little bit less for some of them, like 8,000, 9,000. But the floors are quite insane. The overall market cap, if we times the floor by the amount of these NFTs, is, tens of millions of ADA just in these collections. So compared to Ethereum, it's tiny still, but to see, a 1 ETH or a 2 ETH price point for a lot of floors, and not just 2 projects anymore, but a third and a fourth and a fifth, right, and a sixth being over 1,000 ADA, does show me that, hey, there's more people getting interested in NFTs, and there's also more people who are willing to spend more ADA. You might be thinking, okay, why does this matter? I'm listening to a guy in his mom's basement, and to be honest, I don't think it really matters per se for anything, but I do think it allows me or other people to judge whether or not they want to maybe take some profits. Maybe they want to invest more in ADA if they have money lying around to get more NFTs, because they can hedge their bets against the price of ADA by getting more ADA over the course of the next year being in NFTs. If the NFT market still goes well, the price of the rest of crypto crashes. To be honest, the point of most of my videos like this is to log what I'm thinking in this point in time to see where we're going next, how not so genius of a genius I am, and really where I can think about now on where I want to put my money or my ADA in terms of NFTs and investing in the Cardano ecosystem. At the end of the day, I don't want to just hold all of my ADA and keep it as only ADA, because I do think there's a lot of opportunities inside of Cardano to expand the amount of Cardano you actually hold. Of course, the safest way to do so and the guaranteed way to do so to get more ADA is just to stake it with a stake pool that mints blocks. You can do so with a Jack stake pool, but taking risks is obviously my middle name. I live in my mom's basement. I can't really go that much further down, and I am only 22, so I have a lot of time to recuperate from any downfalls that I might encounter along the way of taking big risks. In conclusion, right now, seeing the peak all-time highs and everything going on, I have been slowing down on investing in top projects because I do think a lot of them will come down to lower lows at some point. And I am, for the most part, trying to get up liquidity for opportunities that will come around when that happens. Now, I'm not certain that it's going to happen, but for the most case, I'm sitting pretty in a lot of my positions, in pretty much all my NFT positions, and I'm okay if it doesn't. So if you can say the same, maybe you should get some liquid going and ready to scoop up good opportunities, but you are going to have to be, poised to spot those opportunities as they come forth. Of course, none of this is financial advice. It's all friendly advice. That's about it. The only FA we give around here. But in total, I do think that it is exciting. It's fun that we're seeing so much projects get so much spotlight. And as we see more projects get more higher floors, we are also going to see a lot more higher quality competition come into the space. And with high quality projects comes a lot more investors, just kind of how it works. At the end of the day, though, I have no idea what's going to happen next with project floors or the Cardano NFT market in general. I am taking calculated, if you want to call them that, speculations and trying to maximize profit along the way. Most of my NFT positions are based in conviction and I'm just holding them long term. I usually am pretty bad at taking profits on the way up or the way down. And if you're trying to get advice from me in those front lines, I'm not going to be the person to give you it. One more shameless self-promo though, if you do want to join up with a bunch of other degenerates to talk NFTs and anything Cardano, you can do so by joining the Mom's Frickin' Basement Discord. This is my Discord. This is going to also be a multi-purpose Discord for my stake pool if you want to learn more about that or have any questions. So don't be shy. Come on into Mom's Frickin' Basement. We have cookies. You're going to have to stay quiet if you join the voice channels. We don't want to wake anyone up who's sleeping. But that's that. That's a channel for Cardano, NFTs, and more if you want to join it. Lastly, I also want to mention the fact that we have a lot going on in Cardano, right? But outside of that, why do people want to come to Cardano for the same volume? And why are more people coming to Cardano? And why it can actually be a platform for NFTs to be hosted on? And my answer is that people are actually starting to recognize Cardano as a secure and decentralized place to store their assets. The only thing that gives your NFTs value, or the real thing holding them up, is the blockchain that they're on. The reason Ethereum NFTs do so well, to me, is because of that factor of decentralization and a trustless way of having assets on the blockchain. Solana, I don't really understand. I think, to me, it's very centralized, and I don't see its long-term potential for NFTs. I know they have a lot of great dApps, they have a lot of great developers and tools, but in terms of that base layer, I think Cardano will take the cake in a lot of ways, and storing NFTs on a really strong, truly decentralized L1, to me, is going to be the way forward for these assets. I think as more people see this, like myself, they will be drawn to Cardano, and maybe once they actually figure out that Cardano does have NFTs, they will get some over there as well. Anyways, that's it for the video today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you found it helpful, useful, informative, whatever else. If you did, consider joining the Discord, joining the stake pool. All that good stuff will be linked down in the description. And that's all for today. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.